continuation of our monitoring efforts of the effects of the Bank of Industry and Dangote Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Fund, the Wealth Creation crew this time around visited Edeline Nigeria Limited, Laundry Ideals Dry Cleaners and 1212 Ikorodu commercial poultry farmers. We interacted with the promoters of these businesses and they shared with us the success story of the facility gotten from the Boi Dangote MSME Fund. Our first stop, Edeline Nigeria Limited, a garments making factory, who through the support of Boi Dangote Fund has been able to expand and diversify her business.
Before now, we were just into the production of shirts and into training on capacity building programs for shirt exports. So along the line, we discovered that we needed branding. Because when we make some of the shirts, people will want, can you brand it for us? Can we use it as a dress down? That was what made us to understand we need to go into branding. And we decided to start with monogramming. So that's how I came into play with Bank of Industry. Under cooperative. Some of us as women, when we were doing 10,000 Goldman Sachs program with EDC. We came together as a cooperative. So when this thing came up, it wasn't difficult. We just came together and we were able to get the loan.
She expatiated on the specific benefits of the fund.
Before I got the facility actually helped me so that for me to be able to get the machine for branding. Which one, it has helped me. I don't need to run helter-skelter when I have a bulk job to do. That also meets other services outside. So for me, if I have a job doing, it's just for us to plan and we get it out. So I don't need to spend extra. The extra I need to spend is within. You roll it out and you get your job at the appointed time. Before the loan, we were just two that was catering for Edeline shirts. But now, with this, we've been able to add about 3. And apart from adding for the monogram, I've been able to add for T-shirt production because with the advent of this, there was an introduction of T-shirts so that you discover that most parastatals are going dressed down. Maybe on Fridays, they want to use T-shirts. That's what informed me to go into T-shirt. So with this T-shirt, a lot of people will be able to monogram, to brand their products.
She also spoke on the interest rates and easy repayment plan.
The interest is not too high, it's normal. It encourages you. As I'm finishing, I'm coming back because I will keep on expanding. I need it because it helps you, it brings down your temperature, it brings down all the stress. Where do I get money dumping? In the commercial bank, it takes a longer period, and apart from taking a longer period, the interest rates will not even allow you. I've never taken loan, so I didn't even want. But with this, it's so easy, it makes it easy for you to do, and you can employ us because the ideas are there. But how can you make the ideas to roll when there's no capital? Without the capital, you can't make the ideas. You can only have the idea, you can die with the idea, no capital. It has been spread out. It's not difficult. You work towards it. You have to pay every month. It has been calculated. So you have to plan towards that. So whatever is being produced, everything gets to the bank. At the particular time, we pay between 14 and 20 of every month. So we make sure it gets, I'm even the president, so we mop other women. Make sure you pay your money, make sure you pay your money. And before 20, all the money is there.
She's also thinking of more expansion with the fund.
Next 5-10 years, apart from the branding industry, in the branding industry, I think I will be bigger than this. Because other sectors will come in. I will get into flux, I will get into screen printing, I will get into banners and every other thing. So in the monogramming, in the branding industry, it will be bigger. In terms of my actual shirt making industry, if you look around, I don't think we have any shirt industry in this country. It's just all the roadside shirt making. I'm looking at producing 10,000 pieces of shirts in a month. And not just for Nigeria. I know we are 167 million in population, but I'm looking at the whole of Africa. That's every family will have a touch of a dementia. A child, the children, the female, and the adults. And right now in Covenant University, we are making waves because most of the students there, we are the one producing for them. You know, students, all that they want is a fitted dress. So once you're able to meet their needs, it's like the thing spread. That's what I've been able to do, like a Redeemer school. So most of the universities, we've been able to capture them because of their unique tests. So outside there, we've been able to do that. Corporate organizations, like UNIDO, there was a dress-down shirt I did for UNIDO. And by the time the thing got to Vernia, it was like, are you sure this could be done in Nigeria? What is done in Nigeria?
The story is not different at the Ideal Laundry and Dry Cleaners Nigeria Limited, who shared with us how she benefited from the Boi Dangote Fund also.
I got the support we started close to 2 years ago. I think it was February 2012. We were really not doing badly, but you see, for any business at every stage in time, you want to grow further, and then you need some support. So what we have, so when we got the facility, we were able to buy the vehicle outside the Sienna, and then we were able to add some machines. So that was what we basically used. And then of course, like we said, prior to that one, we couldn't work on delivery outside. But when we got the facility, we were able to collect clothes and then deliver. And then we were able to also have centers outside. We actually had one center in Apapa before, but because of logistics, we had to close that down. And we're now looking into Fidere and Ebute area. We're in the process of talking with one of the oil companies to get one of the outlets as a pickup point. So that's for all that, of course, the fund has impacted in the area of pickup and delivery, which means we can get more work. Because before that time, if I can't pick up jobs outside, then of course that area of the business would have gone.
She also hinted on her plans to widen her business horizon through the support of the fund.
Plans for the future is, of course, we intend to grow bigger. When I asked for the facility, because I'm someone who wants to lay my head to rest and I can sleep, I'm not going to be thinking of how do I pay off a facility. So we took the small facility, which was 2.85, to be able to use that payoff before we come and ask for another one. I don't want to come and collect 10 million or 20 million and I'm struggling for how to pay it. Of course, some of us also believe, because of my background in business, I went for certificate in entrepreneurial management at EDC, Enterprise Development Center, Pan-African University, and actually that was where BOI came to do a talk. So that was how I got in touch with BOI. So for me, from all that I have studied how to run a viable business, of course I believe growth should be in stages. When you get one, you move ahead and do another one. So for where we have found ourselves for now, I am thinking of, if we get that center that I told you with an oil company, we'll be able to get more work. And then our strategy, of course, for the future is to locate more centers, pick-up centers where we have a bigger working facility. We now have that bigger working facility, so we will now need to look for more jobs. So which means we will need to keep expanding on outlets and then to also get more machines. So that's what we're looking at within this year and next year.
She also told us how her company is making good use of information and communication technology to drive her business.
We do handbills and we share it to people. Occasionally we look for marketers to share handbills. We are on social media, Facebook and LinkedIn precisely. We have a website as well where we're posting some things. Then bulk of it through referrals from satisfied customers who will ask their friends to come.
Her repayment plan is also hitch-free.
Facilities, by the grace of God, every 18th of the month. In fact, we're supposed to be paying about 70-something thousand, and then we find ourselves paying 100,000. Every 18th we have paid, and we even call the bank to inform them that we have paid into so account.
The trend also continues at the 1212 commercial poultry farms in Ikorodu, where the promoter also commended the impact of the Boi Dangote Fund on his business.
Really, the fund had really assisted us because what we got from them, I should call it a plus. Before the BOI fund, we were like 4,000 plus laying beds. On getting the BOI fund, we were able to channel some of our income into breeding other pen, then use BOI fund to add more beds, that's pullets, boilers, and sometimes cockerel. And we were able to use BOI fund to buy a grinder machine and a mixer, which is meant to enhance us to produce feeds. Before BOI fund, we were purchasing a finished feed from animal care. But at present, we are milling our own feed. We are no more buying, we are using our own finished feed. Before the facility, we had just 4 staffs. But after the facility, now we have like 15 staffs. As I'm speaking to you, virtually every staff here has something that is taken home monthly, and some are close to 20, while some are above 50. So in all, if we are able to pay close to, say, over 300 monthly for staffs, and yet we still do 1 or 2 maintenance, running of generators and everything, I think we are doing well, and we are paying back our loan as at when due.
He also spoke about the due diligence undertaken by the bank in appraising his loan request.
BI made a visit here, and immediately they took us serious. Because after our application, it was the same story, like, you're not the first person that will come for credits like this, but we need to see what you are doing and things like that. Other banks they'll be visiting, and it will be more like promising. They came here twice. We gave them all that they needed. Our survey plan, our land agreement with the village head and co, because it's an agric area, and getting the title document is difficult from Lagos State government. So there's no how we can get CFO to now, use in processing loan. But with BOI, all we had to do is get a guarantor. Yet it could be difficult getting a guarantor, but when guarantor came down here to see and was like, at least with these amounts, the amounts you want to get, if well monitored, that you put it into what you want to do, it should move to the next level, in which we've done. And to God's be the glory. If by now the capacity of the whole, both pullets and beds there, could get to 15,000, which means we are on our way forward, and we believe with BOI maybe we can grow further than this. Because if we calculate a bed going for 1,000, and we are able to put to say we have a capacity for 15,000 at present, that we are housing 15,000 beds at present, that's like 15 million. So I think with this we could still move further, not to add the structures, the equipment and co.
The 3 promoters, however, praised the partnership of BOI and Dangote in assisting small and medium enterprises in the country.
Fantastic. Fantastic, as in if more men will do that. I'm not flattering anybody, but you see, there are a lot of people who have this money and they are not interested in helping anybody. So that for someone who will bring out the money, who will collect it in 4 years with no single interest, for me it's fantastic. And it's because it's not collecting, that's why we're able to pay single digit. So if I get a BOI loan, it should be 10%, which is still very fantastic. But that I can pay a single digit because of its magnanimity, it's a lot of kudos.
In here we make close to 2 million on a monthly basis, but if I should tell you, you can not even hold that 2 million cash. Why? At any point the money is coming in, We have things, developmental things to do with it in here, and yet we will have to still be returning Boi Dangote loan. We would have never gotten to that 2 million if not with Boi Dangote loan. So what I'm just trying to say in essence is that it's not a minus, it's a plus. And if that plus could be carried to other micro businesses, as in small businesses and co, I think the younger ones will have to smile and carry CV up and down for job. Because actually I was somewhere before we started this little and before we were able to grow to this.
It's really helping entrepreneurs. It's really helping entrepreneurs. In fact, more should be done because you discover that the heart of the economy is on the entrepreneurs. When once the entrepreneurs are there and they're generating things, you have people working with you, and you discover that people will begin to think on what can I do?